Today we're gonna check out Money Game Part 3. Now I have reacted to Part 1 and 2. I will link those down in the description below. This is gonna come off his second album, Sick Boy. Make sure you guys reserve your copy. The link will be down in the description. Listen, this is probably the most I've ever seen Ren promote a song. He's been all over Instagram, Facebook, all over YouTube on his page, telling folks to get ready for this song. It's been out for a while. I know I'm late, y'all, but I'm here for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the song. So far in the video, so far from what I'm hearing, this is very different from Part 1 and Part 2 because they had like a similar riff to them, a similar sound, and the main instrument in those two videos was the guitar. So seeing the piano kind of replace the guitar here, and it almost sounds like an entire different song, an entire different theme. I'm liking the feeling, very cinematic with the video. Listen, let's get into it. Nice. It's like a whole new song this time around. Let's get it. I like the symbolism. There's always a ton of symbolism within Ren's videos. You kind of have to try to decipher for yourself. So I'm gonna say, like, on this one, to me, this is the first time. I know on the first one and the first two, like, you know, the masked man was never revealed. So seeing how, like, maybe like he was sitting down playing the piano as a masked person, you know, I like a lot of these the Money Game songs are revolve around anti-establishment, anti-government, anti-system. So maybe that's like a symbolism, kind of a way of saying he was once a part of the system. He took his mask off, and now he realizes he was locked into this thing, but now he's kind of free to say whatever he wants. That's my take on that. But of course, I can go a couple different ways. I'm loving this part where he goes into a song, very very cinematic, almost like a movie, bro. Come on. Got the suit, businessman, suit and tie Ren. Okay. That's the Money Game kind of tune. That So he did keep that. Let's get back into it.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he's...
A lot of the objects in the video so far are timed objects, like the computer here. Looks like it was back in the 80s. So early computers, even the Rubik's Cube was way back in the 80s, you know what I mean? So he could be referring to a certain like time of he's kind of giving you the age of how old this kid is, or it could be somebody that he may have known. Let's get back into it.
That detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17 and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18 and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then a lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. Okay. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
The piano, man. The piano here is kind of like, it's kind of taking you on a ride in itself. It's with the lyrics though, because it's like as soon as the dude cracked open the bag, you know, towards the end there, the piano's tone changed into like almost a darker. You're going down even a darker path than the original path. You know what I mean? But I like the storytelling. It's probably one of my favorite versions of Rim when we get into that storytelling bag. But this one's probably his best one. Yeah, we halfway through with this thing. Let's get it.
A po-po inside of his pocket. "35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward.
I'm taking the ride with him, man. It's kind of like everything is coming together as he's performing this song in this video. Whoever recorded this coming, like the part where he was drinking and he was stumbling, the camera made that adjustment to give you that simulation, man. Every part, every instrument is calculated here. Almost, you know, it's almost perfect. This is fire. Come on.
Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Wow, this is... He's doing his thing on this one.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble and perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame.
Wait, hold on. I need all this back. I need all this back. This is dope, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of locked into what's going on right now, but I'm liking how the violin, they're playing the money game theme in the background. The small things, but if you've been watching, you know. Come on.
Is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide.
Hold on, y'all. Real quick. So this part actually reminds me of the King Dada battle. He kind of did that freestyle in the garage somewhere. And that form, people really understood what the message he was trying to say the clearest. People received the information almost perfectly, right? So it's dope to see him put this in this video and add it to his bag. Let's get back into it, man. Come on.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45, Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
That was cold. Yeah, bruh. That thing drew me in. That shit was like a damn movie, low key. That jump was like a movie. All right, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So, damn. There's so much like I'm trying to piece stuff together. I know he spoke about the rain. He spoke about the rain in Money Game 1, right? And the rain comes before the ending. You know what I mean? Or before, towards the end. So for him to physically put the rain in there on this one, before he pulls the trigger, it all ties together, man. And he continues the storyline. He's super anti-government, anti-system. He believes that, from what I'm saying, from what I'm hearing, you know, he thinks that maybe humanity is going in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, what we view as what's valuable, and we lost sight on family and friends and community and neighborhoods, and you know, we invested all of our time into stuff that don't matter, the material stuff, the material things, you know. And from this story, even whoever the subject was about, from a young age, he was even taught from his dad, you know, what he should be chasing after his whole life, ever since he turned 1, going to 2, 3, 4, all the way up until he was 30 and some change. And it wasn't until his dad passed away here, he realized, damn, I messed up. I've been chasing the wrong things here. I've been valuing the wrong things here. Now I have all the money in the world. I have all the gold in the world, but my health, you know what I mean, is declining. And once your health declines, that puts everything else in perspective for you. You know, where's your family at? You know, where are your friends at? What relationships have you built over these last 30 years where you can reach back and people can support you in? And with this storyline, he had nobody. He was all by himself with all the gold in the world, all the diamonds and the riches and the oils and the trades and the stocks and the bonds. And it really amounted to nothing, because at the end of the day, you know, in this storyline, he perished by himself. Fire. I mean, there's so many more things, you guys, to the sound. The sound kind of messed me up a little bit. I'm like, yo, did he record it first? Is this live? Like, the sound, the production here is excellent, bro. Cause the thumb taps on his head, we heard that. The gun sound, him grabbing the gun, we heard that. His voice was clear, 100%. Like, you know, so the production here is, whoever produced this thing, man, fire job, bro. Fire job. And the whole scheme of the whole video, man, unbelievable. There's I mean, I could really go on and on. You guys comment down below what's your favorite part of this video. Where's some stuff I may have missed, you guys caught. Let me know down below. Once again, listen, make sure you guys reserve that copy, Sick Boy. The description will be down below. Shout out to Ren. Amazing video, bro. Amazing song, dog. You are definitely pushing the boundaries. You might need to get your ass to some acting, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. So until next time, y'all be safe out there. Peace.